Hello everybody, I'm the Dropbox Gamer and welcome back to Tsushima. We are still on our path to looking for the rest of the collectibles. I did not finish the story that I started in the last episode. To sum it up, my mom saw something in her car that was a shadow, came home, and then a lot of spooky shit started happening. I went on and on about how there was like a silhouette of a black cat in our house that wasn't supposed to be there because A, we don't own a black cat, B, the cats that we do own don't match the description at all, and C, it just disappeared. It just fucking disappeared. After that, we heard some weird noises. The medicine cabinet in the bathroom opened up by itself a couple occasions. The first time I thought, oh, someone just opened it because they were, half asleep or some shit like that. But the second time, my mom noticed it, and nobody was there to open it. After that, my grandma said she saw me walk down the hall. I could attest that I did not walk down the hall. I was chilling in my room like a villain. So that's basically where we caught up on the stories I shared last episode, which I know I could sum them up real quickly like that. I just feel like there's no atmosphere for it, and I realized that I probably should have saved this for October. This would be perfect for Halloween, but screw it. It got brought up, and now I want to share. Now we're probably wondering, hey, you said that you also felt like you were watched. Yeah, I don't think anybody else felt this, but I definitely picked up on the vibes of being watched. It was like, the fuck? Now, from time to time, I tend to get lost in thought. When this happens, I'm not really paying attention to the world around me, I'm just thinking. Which has caused my family to either accidentally or purposely scare me. However, after a while of this happening, I kind of get a sixth sense of, hey, somebody's watching me. And when I turn, it's usually somebody in my family either trying to scare me or just walking by. This time, during this whole creepy nonsense, I did get a little lost in thought. But this time around, I was in my room. And we found one of those sign things. I'm pretty sure we're going to have a video of where we can find all these. I'm not sure if it's this one, but we are going to have a video of this. And I'm pretty sure I showed the map of where we are, but if we haven't, hold on. Sorry, it's not the exact location, but this is the closest I think we are to where I was in the map. Again, my bad. I'm not sure if I will share the actual location. I think I would. It's just, I don't think this is the episode with the guy, because I think before I go and bow, I would pause and show where we are on the map. So, hopefully that would be like close to the end or something along those lines, but continuing on with what I was saying, this time around when I was getting lost, I thought I was in my room. Now, whenever I start to have my mind wander, I make a beeline from my room to the kitchen, because in the kitchen, I could walk around the table in a nice circular motion, so I could get the thoughts, flowing. However, as I was about to leave my room, I had a feeling that somebody was right behind me. Again, when you live with people, that doesn't sound too scary, especially if you're family, but, yeah, no, I am the only person that hangs in my room. Not saying I'm not close with my family, it's just, my room's kind of small, and us all hanging out in my room makes things cramped, so we don't typically do that. So, when I got this feeling, I was like, the fuck is that? I turned around, and I kid you not, there was this white orb right behind me that was floating, and then it floated down, disappearing. Which, I was like, okay, the fuck? Yeah, I don't do well with ghosts, so when I saw that, I kind of had a little scare there, not gonna lie. But then I started trying to think rationally. Maybe it was just my light messing with me. If you turn around real fast, you could get like a little circular of light in your eye or something like that. That was my go-to. But then I realized something. I didn't turn towards where the lamp was. I turned the opposite direction of the lamp, meaning the light did not affect my vision. Like, at all. So I was trying to think of another reason. I couldn't go with the sleep deprived thing because I damn well know that ain't true. Upgrading to shadows, now you're seeing lights. You're blinded by the lights, Anthony. And I also didn't explain how I felt someone right behind my ass. I guess you could all chalk this up to me being paranoid, and with the whole ghost incidents that are happening around the house, I could be a little hysterical, but yeah, nah, I didn't like that feeling. And did I tell anybody in the house about it? No, I did not. I figured that if there was something in the house, it's only going to get stronger if we acknowledge its presence. So I did what I was going to set out to do. By basically going to the kitchen and walking around. You son of a bitch. You can't just hit me and run away. Bastard. I think after a couple days, I think, if I remember correctly, it all just stopped. And I don't know the exact reason, because one, my stepdad, my dad, he just doesn't believe in ghosts, so this whole thing was just, you know, nonsense to him. Me and my mom, we're the ones that really kind of believe in ghosts. And every time that she brought up that, oh, it's a ghost, I kind of respectfully shut her down and said, nah, it's this logical explanation, even though this logical explanation didn't entirely make sense. And I kept reminding her, hey, if we give this thing power, it's just gonna keep being powerful. I say we just push it from our minds and it'll fuck off. Which I think worked. I think that absolutely fucking worked, because after a few days of us not acknowledging anything, it went away. It just straight up went away. And I was like, let's never do this shit again, because this was kind of, it wasn't the most terrifying thing I ever dealt with, but it was unsettling. Sup, bitches? I was telling a story. It's gonna end similar to you, with you all being ghosts of Tsushima. I hate myself, dude, don't worry. I know that one was god-awful. So you three are dead. What? I can't hear you over your corpse. Oh man, you got a dude here too. I thought for a second that was like, you know, not a person. There.
I thought I'd die here.
You'll be okay. Keep your head down.
Careful.
Take this. It's all I have.
Again, I wish we could just say no and have them, like, keep this, like, they need the supplies more than I do. Like, I don't need this. I thank you, but I don't need it. I gotta save the ghost stories for Halloween, because Halloween's coming up, and I'll proudly say that, hey, I got half the videos done. That's a first this time around. I'm actually a little on time. I don't want to jinx it, but I like that I got at least half of it done. So we have something for Halloween if I don't get everything done, at the least. Again, I still want to share more ghost stories, but I feel like I need to put that on hold until the actual holiday where it's more appropriate. But I guess I could share more stories of unfortunate accidents that happened to me as a kid. And no, do not say me being born was an unfortunate accident. It was a tragedy. There's a difference. I think the first thing that comes to mind when I think about an unfortunate happening when I was a kid was the day I cracked my head, which would explain a lot about me now. I think I was at the age of 5. I was in the garage. See, the garage at the time had this old piano in it. Just hold that thought. It ain't a Looney Tunes thing just yet. It kind of is, but it isn't. And in the garage, there was this, like, chair with wheels on it. Now, I don't want to name any names because this person is cut out of my life, but this person was on the chair. And I was on the back of the chair swinging around. And for whatever reason, this dude thought it was a good idea to get off said chair as I'm pulling back and forth, you know, swinging about on it. Well, when he got up, there was no force to keep me staying up. So when he got up, the chair went rolling back, and I hit my head on the side of the piano, cracking it. Who the hell are you? Don't you realize I've taken care of your master? Is that all? Are you the last one? Anyway. So, that was horrifying. That was absolutely horrifying. I was 5 years old, did not like the sight of blood. My pain tolerance was very low. So the whole experience was what I would like to say hell. And it was also very terrifying to 5-year-old me because, hey, I'm bleeding and in a lot of pain. So they rushed me to the hospital. I got stitches in my head. I can't tell you what exactly happened because I was like falling asleep and, getting woken up because you're not supposed to fall asleep after a head injury that badly. Got stitches in my head. I was okay for the most part. But till this day, there's a part of my hair that just does not grow evenly because of said stitches. And ever since then, ever since I got older and realized, shit, that could have really caused some permanent damage, it kind of made me wonder, did I have permanent damage ever since that injury? Like, I'm not entirely sure. I mean, yeah, I say I do stupid things in the game, and I make questionable decisions, but it's a video game. We're having fun. Like, I think I could afford to do stupid shit. But it still makes me wonder sometimes. You get what I mean? Like, just makes me worry just a little bit. Which actually leads to a funny story. This was, I say, like, during 2020. So, during 2020, during the quarantine, my hair got very long. And I couldn't go to my barber because, well, everything was closed. Sadly, my barber lost his shop, and, well, even after the quarantine ended, he didn't go back to business. He kind of retired, which, to me, hurt a lot. Because I don't really trust some people with my hair. He was my you know what I mean? Like, he was my barber. You get me? Like, I didn't want a new one, and honestly, during the time, I couldn't go and get a haircut, so I did the only logical thing that I could think of. And that was cut my own hair. See, I had my own set of razors that just meant for my beard and my mustache, not for my full, thick-ass hair. But I didn't really care. I was kind of getting sick of it getting on my face and, annoying me in general. So I was like, you know what? I'll cut my hair myself. Can't be that hard. A few seconds in, I already fucked it up. And I'm like, I guess we're going bald because I look like that creepy person in the white van. I ain't getting called. Well, I guess it doesn't really fucking matter because I'm alone at home, but still. I would rather go bald than look like one of those dudes, is all I'm gonna say. So I shaved it all off. It took me, I'd say it took me 30 fucking minutes because that's how much hair I had. And then I started getting frustrated because it looked like there was some patches of hair that just would not be cut out. And eventually my mom, she popped by and she once saw her son, who had a full head of beautiful, lustful hair, turn into a bald gremlin. And she did not like it one bit. She said, I don't really like that look. And I'm like, look, there's no barber shops open. And even if there were, I don't want to go to them. I miss my old barber. Plus, not gonna lie, it's starting to tickle my ear and it's getting annoying. I hate it when my hair does that, so I figured, this is a better alternative. And she was like, why didn't you just, cut it and not cut it all off? And I was like, I tried, but it's a lot harder than it looks. So, after a few more minutes of trying to get the rest of the hair, she pointed out, Anthony, I don't think you're cutting your hair. I think that's just parts of your head. And like, what? Because the part that I was trying to shave looked like thick pieces of hair that were like in a concave area. I'm like, oh, okay, that's not my hair. That's just my head. And she was like, yeah, I think that's your head. And then that started making me panic. Like, okay, is that normal? Is that normal? Like, it's not like ridiculously concave, but like it's like little indentures in the head that just it freaked me out. My head looked wrinkled is the best way I could try to paint a picture here. It made me worry. It's like, okay, is that normal? When I went to shave my head, to cut my hair, to keep me from, you know, freaking out with my hair, I was not expecting to find something wrong with me. All right? And she took this as a way to make fun of me. some other, she called me Peanut Head. She laughed as I was freaking the fuck out. I was like, come on, man. I'm kind of nervous here. You're the one that gives me comfort. A little assistance. Anything. And then she came to the realization, and she was like, actually, I think that's actually pretty normal. I think your dad, your biological dad, has the same thing. And I'm like, oh, great. I'm not saying that I hate that, but I'm saying that I kind of hate that it looks creepy. It don't look too good. It looks a little nerve-wracking for me, and I don't like it. And she's like, I don't like it either, because it reminds me of your father. I was like, damn, chill out. I'm trying to process shit. I don't need this drama. I don't need this drama from my mama. I'm just trying to make sure I'm okay. Needing comfort, I turned to my friends. I showed them how I looked. Big mistake, because they started dogging on me instantly. They're like, why the hell did you shave your head? And they said that your head looks like a fucking peanut. One saying that it looks kind of like a nutsack. I was like, fuck off. I'm trying to chill myself out here, guys. Come on, just, am I good? Am I okay? Is it normal? They're like, Anthony, yes. Nothing changed. You're just as stupid as you were the other day. I'm like, oh thank God.
This will keep you safe.
Because I'm not going to argue with them. I'm not going to argue with them on that. Maybe I got a little dramatic. Maybe I got a little too over. But it's still concerning. Like, if it feels like, you know, when you know your body, and then you see something new, it's like, that's not something I noticed before. And then one friend's all like, when have you ever shaved your head to notice? I'm like, fair point. Fair point. I guess I never have. And you would think, oh, that's the last time you ever shaved your head, right? No, it's not. After that, yeah, granted, it was a little disconcerting on how I looked underneath everything, but I also thought, you know, this does beat paying money to get my hair cut. This does beat having to pay somebody to cut my... Like, I just did it myself. Granted, yeah, I'm bald-ish, but it's still a free haircut. You know what? Fuck it. Plus, my hair grows fucking fast. Like, I could get a haircut and then, like, in a month or two, it'll be getting close to how it was fully. Like, it ain't a problem for me. I remember that I think I cut my hair 3 times after that fully. The first time was around after the lockdown finally kind of let down and you could go out and do shit. I went to my D&D group and they have never seen me this way. They have, but they haven't seen me in person. And when they saw me, they're like, why do you do this, Anthony? Your hair is so beautiful. And I was like, it got annoying. And they're like, Anthony, out of all of us, you have the prettiest hair. Why are you being this dickish to your own head? And I'm like, somebody has to be. Now, if you're wondering why I said I only cut it 3 times afterwards, it's because on the 3rd time, my razor fucking died. My razor ate shit on me. Like I said, that razor was meant for beards and mustaches. Facial hair, not full heads of hair. And with how thick my hair gets, yeah, I'm shocked it lasted this long. I was like, damn, you were a good warrior, but you left me looking like that creep in a white van. Fuck you. I had to fight with it just to get myself bald again. And after that, I was like, you know what? Either I get a new razor or I just keep my hair this long. And ever since then, I haven't cut my hair since. And we're at the end of the episode, so thank you for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time. Take care. Please like and subscribe, and have yourself a great day.